Today we have a work of art, the 1911. Designed by John Moses Browning, manufactured by Colt, adopted by the U.S. Armed Forces in 1911, and still serving strong to this day. This is one iconic pistol. First thing we're going to want to do is remove our magazine, pull our slide to the rear, lock it in place, get our pinky finger out, check the chamber. Yep, we're empty. We're going to let that slide go home. Let's remove this barrel bushing. We have a barrel bushing tool. Not a big fan of these, but I figured I would show you how this operates. We're going to rotate that clockwards, and that's going to allow us to remove our plunger and the spring tension from our slide. Then we're just going to rotate that barrel bushing counterclockwise. If we pull back slightly on our slide, now we can lift that barrel bushing out. That's been removed. We're going to put that down. Now there's a small notch on the slide, and we're going to line that up with the slide stop. On the right hand side, the slide stop protrudes out of the frame. You can just push that with your index finger. It's going to pronounce itself. Then you can pull it the remaining of the way out. There's a slight detent that holds that in place. After removing our slide stop, now we can remove our slide from the frame. We're going to just push that forward. Slide's going to slide off. Let's put the frame down, and let's continue on removing the guide rod and guide spring. Now the guide rod can be removed from the spring. Just pull that off. Put those to the side. We're going to want to rotate our link forward so we can slide our barrel out. Otherwise the link can bind on the shroud of the slide. We got the gun completely tore apart. This is field strip. This is what you would do in the field just to maintain your firearm. Now let's get this sucker back together. First thing we're going to want to do is put our barrel back in. As long as it would want to cooperate. It's going to be a little stubborn, but we're going to get it back in there. There we go. Got it lined up. Make sure our link is forward. Now let's get our rod and spring. Now you want to get the tight coil side on the rod, and there's a slight groove on the rod that snaps into. It's going to hold that spring on there. Going to slide that in. Line up the rod to the barrel. Now we can get our barrel bushing. We're going to put that on the counterclockwise side, and we're going to rotate that clockwards. We're going to grab our frame. We're going to pick up our slide. We're going to go ahead and slide those back on. Now we want to keep in mind that the link on the barrel, we need to line that up with the hole in the frame so we can put our slide stop back in, and that's going to keep those in place. That's going to marry those two together. Going to get that started, rotate that to its final position. We're going to pull the slide back to the smaller notch in the slide, line that up, and you're just going to want to push straight down. It's quite difficult on new firearms. Older firearms, once they get broken in, it's a little easier. We're going to slide that slide forward. We're going to now install our plunger. We're going to slightly want to pull back on the slide. I find it makes it easier to rotate the barrel bushing. Push our plunger down. We're going to start rotating that bushing counterclockwise, and that's going to lock that in place. Good time to do a function test to make sure we didn't mess anything up. Check our safeties. We got the backstrap safety and also the manual safety. I want to make sure both of those are working properly. And that's a nice single action trigger pull there. Not too much over travel. This piece of American history is worth its weight in gold. If there's any other firearms that y'all looking to see get disassembled for future videos, please leave a comment below which firearms you're looking into. We'll try to get to as many as we can. Sometimes there's just limitations on trying to get the firearm to be able to take it apart.
Please like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, and subscribe to us on YouTube. Y'all have a great day.